generally will lead with a hand in around the neck straight away, okay? This one's slightly different. This one, we're going to lead in with a hand under the armpit, okay? So all I'm going to do from this position, with my partner, is the hand that's furthest away is going to come under the armpit and all the way up. I'm going to feed it up all the way to the far lapel, okay, to this position. Now generally when you go for this, there's very little resistance or defence from your partner. They're not too worried because you're coming in from the armpit side, you're not directly attacking the neck at this point, okay? So from here, I'm in this position, my hand comes in and I feed it deep. Your other hand is just going to go into the back of their collar, okay? So you're feeding your hand that's furthest away, all the way through to the far side of the lapel and up, the other hand in here, okay? So we're in this position. Now, like everything, when we're doing our nails, we still need to think about our reaction and forcing our partner to do something. So at this point, I'm trying to keep all his weight through his hips still. Okay, I want him here in the hope that he's going to push back on me. Okay, so from this position, I feed my hands in, 1, 2, I'm pushing my weight through my partner. As he pushes back, I just slide under. Okay, now really, really important that I capture this shoulder. Okay, if I've got this shoulder, he's not going to be able to stop me turning him over. I use my legs to bring him over to the side. Now the leg that's here, if that stays there, he's going to trap the leg as you go over. So it's really important that we get rid of it. From here, I've got the otokomi and then the strangle as well. Okay? Let's go this way. So from here, hand feeds in, and the hand that goes in the back of the collar, I'm using that to help feed my hand all the way up as far as I can. Then, other hand in the back of the collar. Keep that pressure. As he pushes back, my back leg slides under, and I'm here, just pulling him onto my chest to this position. Okay? If you want, you can sit back up again for a bit more control. Well, I don't think there's any need really. Once you're in this position here, and you've got them, you can roll. Now some people will sit through with tatami legs. Your choice on that one, whether you feel in control or not. Okay? Let's go over this side. So watch this back leg when it comes in. A lot of people, when they're doing any of these sorts of rolls, they'll lift their partner up and they'll stand under. You'll never have that much space. You'll never have that much space in randori or a competition. My back leg slides, and that's what helps capture his arm. Okay? So from here, I'm in, I've got the pressure, I slide in. Now I pull him on top, use my leg, and I get the strangle. Lower grades, be careful. Let's go. Arms and how deep you need it to be in for the strangle, okay? Because if you don't get this bit right, everything else is going to be really difficult, okay? So when I'm in this position, I feed my arm in. This hand that's on top, I'm using to feed it up. So if you see my fingers are in, my thumb is on the outside, okay? And I'm really looking to try and get as high up as I can, yeah? With this hand, I'm coming into the back of the neck, and it's coming to the other side, and it's coming down. If it's too high, my partner will stick under my arm, yeah, and then you won't strangle him from this side, okay? So it must be back down again. That's all I'm doing with my arms. So when my partner's in here, that's exactly what I'm doing. If you see, I'm feeding this down. I'm already in, feeding it down, and then I come back to this side, okay? Now if I'm here, and I try and roll my partner, the only way it's gonna go is onto me. I don't want that, because I'll find it really difficult to move. So, this leg is inside. I'm here. Both feet are aiming to go in that gap. I'm trying to capture this shoulder on my chest. So from here, once I push in, elbow comes down as I lift him up. There, not here, it will slip under. With my leg, it must slide under, not outside, because I'll strain my knee. So from here, I slide under, and now he's nice and high. Why can't I roll this way? He's going to block, okay? But you cannot block this way. Let's try again. Slight variation of the same strangle, but when your partner's in between your legs, okay? So if we're here, they might have a grip, they might not. We'll just do it from they've got a grip to start off with, okay? So our lapel hand's going to come across, and this would be if they're the same side as you. Okay, our lapel's going to come across, and I'm going to pull him towards me. As I pull him towards me in this direction, my hand's going to come out, and in exactly the same as before. So I feed it under the armpit, and now I come up. Now, once I'm in here, I managed to break this distance, but it's very unlikely your partner will completely break posture. So they'll still be here, which means it's really difficult to get my hand where I had it before, okay? So instead of that, I'm just going to come to this side, okay? So I'm going to come up onto the shoulder, and I'm going to come here. If you can feed your hand into the lapel, then do, because it will be stronger, but it's really difficult once you pull this in tight. So just grab here. Now we've got a couple of options. This time, our legs are on the outside, okay? So we can pull them on like this. We can get our legs around, and we can apply the strangle from here, okay? We can also use our legs as if we're doing like a scissor action, and we'll be here and apply, okay? Your choice on the finish, I don't really mind, whether you start to feel comfortable. If they're in between your legs and you pull them in, the one thing you'll have to be mindful of is if you're in a competition, the referee might not give you that long a time to actually apply the strangle. So by rolling them over, worst case scenario, you get the hold down. Okay, the hold down starts, and then they've got 20 seconds to escape or tap from the strangle. Okay? So, do it same-sided. They've got a grip of your lapel. Your lapel hand comes across on their elbow, and you're just going to pull across on 45 degrees. Okay? As we're here, this hand comes under, and I feed up. The same way as I did before. So I'm in here. It's really unlikely that I'm going to be able to get my hands in. So as they posture up, I'm just going to come this way. Here. I'm going to come in. And nice and high. Let's do one from this side. So we're here. Hand comes across, I pull across his body. As I do, I feed up. Now, don't leave your hand here, because you'll never get high enough on that strangle. You need to come back and feed it, okay? If he lets go, it doesn't matter, because you're going to grab here anyway. We pull on top, here. We can try and apply this position, or come over the top. Let's give it a go. Some of you, with the strangle, when it comes in, we're still not feeding in far enough, okay? So what I mean is you're still far too low on this lapel. Yeah, there's just too much space. Once you come in from this bit and we feed our hands in, what I'm looking to do is get the sharp part of my wrist starting to work into his neck, okay? If it's like the softer bits, it's too nice, so they won't tap, okay? So when I'm in here and I feed it, I'm trying to feed as far up as I can. When I come over the top, is this part, like I'm trying to chop into his throat, okay? So I'm in here, there, all right? So, on the elbow, pulling across their body, okay? I come under, this way, and you'll only get so far from here, so we need to just make sure we take that second. I come back, and I'm here. Good. Everybody understand? Last couple of minutes on this one. It's for you just to have a play around with, because I don't think I've nailed it down exactly the way I think it should be done. But I think it's really important that you understand that all judo techniques are an evolution of something that works, and then you build reactions and you switch it up. So we're going to go for the same thing. We're here, I pull across and I'm going to come in. But maybe my partner's really strong and I just can't feed my hand up deep enough, okay? And if my hand doesn't come up deep enough, I'm never going to get the strangle, okay? It could be that my partner's defending this side and I'm actually unable to get my other hand on, okay? But I've still managed to collapse this shoulder down. So the first thing I'm going to do is take him the way I know he can't go, okay? Because I want to force a reaction. So from here I'm going to pull him over and I'm going to come down to this side so he blocks. As he blocks, I'm going to come up and over this way, okay? It's really important that we get him to commit his arm down, yeah? So once I'm in here, I pull in, I feed in, but he might be blocking, might not be allowing me to feed all the way up, and I'm unable to come for this strangle now. So I'm going to bring him down. I'm going to pull him over, yeah, to get him to block here. Now this hand is really strong in this direction, so I want to take it up, up, this way, up, 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 and stretch him. The more I can stretch him, the easier the turn will be. Into any variation of the hold down that you want. Okay? So I want to try it from this way. So we're here. I come in one, come in two, feed it in just like we did before. I'm unable to come this side, it's not deep enough anyway. So I'm going to put him on and make him commit to this side. Okay? Now this hand comes up and over. Hand can come here, sit through. As long as you squash this shoulder, I think you'll be good. Alright? Have a play around with it. As I said, there's nothing exact in that. Just have a play around. Okay? I was talking to the boys about what we do with our legs, and obviously I don't have an exact answer yet, I just have some ideas that I'll put in. Now I think once we've come to this position here, I quite like the idea of bringing my knee across like we've done with other sweeps, so like a scissor sweep or something like that. Firstly, it gives you a bit of defense if they really try and crush you. But once you're in here and you're aiming for this, by having your leg here, you can take him that way, over, or you can sweep him up and come back over that way. Okay? So I think having your leg or your knee come across is quite important. So when I'm in here, I'll go 1, 2, turn it up, pull it in towards me, and as I do, just bring my knee to here. This stops him from crushing me and collapsing me, but it also gives me options in both directions. Does that make sense, yeah? Alright, last minute, have a go.